So, depending on how you accept poop jokes, if you either A, find them in poor taste, or B, they're just fucking hilarious, that most likely is going to determine if you like said episode of Gintama, because, to cut straight to the chase, this, in a certain sense, was a shitty episode, okay? Now, I'm not saying it was a bad episode, I'm just saying, like, I think that's very fitting, because there's a lot of shit, and, I mean, if you don't like poop jokes and stuff like that, especially with some of the way the poop was shown, you might not like this episode, but personally, I'm fine with a little bit of childish humor sometimes, and this right here, fucking hilarious. I like seeing some of these scenes, like, let's just put it this way. Hasegawa, the coolest piece of shit of all time. Enough said. Just enough said. Like, he just comes walking in as a pile of shit, has arms and legs, has some sunglasses, and he's smoking a fucking cigarette. Like, really? Really? Just like, motto, just stop being so badass. Like, oh my god. Like, why is it that this poor character, he gets shit on, literally, and then he becomes shit, and then he's a badass piece of shit? Like, only Only fucking Tama does this shit. Like, you remember how I said last week, when I was talking about Prison School? Like, at the beginning of the episode of Prison School, you had it to where Gakuto, he was shitting in the toilet, and you heard the sounds and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, really? This is really happening at the beginning of an episode of Prison School? I'm like, what a way to set the atmosphere for an episode, and it was something I've never seen before when it came to, like, a said series. Well, Gintama just takes it further. It's like, you know, Gintama looked at Prison School, and it's like, fuck you, Prison School, let's, you know, have a bunch of shit in this entire episode, and that's kind of where this episode went. I mean, we got to see Yamazaki, or not really Yamazaki, but his body, take a massive-ass dump. Human fecal matter. Dump. On the ground. Yeah, we saw that. And then we saw a giant cat man just... his insides obliterated out his asshole. I'm just saying. So, depending on how you think of those type of things will determine if you like the episode. Now, there was a lot of good moments throughout this episode, especially with Otai and getting to see Hijikata and Gintoki, you know, trying to, like, say, like, they love Otai, like, oh, we were confessing to you and stuff. That was a very funny scene at the beginning of the episode that made me kind of laugh quite a bit, just to see that type of situation, because if you're a shipper of Otai and Gintoki, you most likely are going to like that little part, because it was a very sweet part, but also the way Otai was reacting to that entire situation was pretty fucking hilarious, along with how she was watching over the cat, just like, really, really. So, yeah, episode... I don't really even know where to begin to talk about. Like, I'm really just gonna be straight up honest with all of you right now. I don't even know what to talk about. Like, just there was so much shit in this episode. Like, that's all I could think of right now. Just piles of shit. Like, the characters turned into piles of shit. And that's all that's in my mind right now. Like, I'm thinking, like, did I really just see, like, an episode kind of turn into, like, a pile of shit? Like, in a literal sense. Like... really. So, only Gintama. Only Gintama. See, like I said last week, Prison School did something like that. Gintama took a look at it and it's like, fuck you, Prison School. Let's do shit like this. So, okay. Prison School and Gintama need to have a crossover. They need to have a fucking crossover. I'd love to see that shit. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.